You have settled in. Life in Australia is underway. Here are a few things to help you make the most of living and studying here. Budgeting the money that you will have is of course central to your being able to enjoy life and make the most of your studies. You will get an establishment allowance when you arrive to cover expenses involved in getting set up. After that, you will get a contribution every 2 weeks towards your living expenses. If you decide to bring your family to join you, all of their expenses are your own responsibility.
You have to really careful to budget your money, otherwise you'll in trouble with debt or something like that.
Almost the first thing you should do when you arrive is open a bank account. Your institution will assist you with this. It will be essential for payments to be made to you and to help you to properly manage your finances.
My account was opened on the first day, and then there's a lot of internet banking, a lot of services where you can quickly do transactions. So the banking system is very good, I would say.
You will be able to work in Australia in a range of jobs, although we advise that you only work in your semester breaks. The types of work available vary and may include tutoring on campus or work in hospitality, labouring or seasonal work in agriculture.
I work at a Royal Sydney Golf Club, which has been really interesting. New people, new experience. I've never been a waiter before.
Finding suitable accommodation can be a challenge. If you are on your own, the simplest solution available in many places is on-campus accommodation. But there are limits, so contact your institution as soon as possible. Other options include homestay boarding or private rental accommodation and share housing. Your institution will be able to help you.
When I was still in Vanuatu, I contact one of the staff here about this accommodation in Mary White at the college because I want to organize an on-campus accommodation when I first arrived, and that was like 10. Within minutes, I got it.
It was really suitable for me because I wanted somewhere where I had my own bathroom. They had academic tutors. My flatmates are awesome. They're so awesome. They're tidy, and we bond together. Yeah, it's an awesome place.
Among all the accommodation, share house is cheaper compared to, for example, homestay or on campus and college or something like that. Share house is cheaper.
If your family is going to join you, you'll need to find accommodation by yourself, which means looking for advertisements, applying for vacant places, and submitting references. There can be a lot of competition for rental accommodation close to institutions, so you should expect rents to be high, especially in the big cities. Generally, you will be asked to sign a lease for the period of time that you are renting, and you'll pay a deposit called a bond, the equivalent of about 4 weeks' rent.
It's totally different from my country when you go to talk to the real estate and they give you a key and you go see the place. And here there's like a big auction. You only have 15 minutes to see the place and there's hundreds of people and you have to make an application for it.
We had a number of 10 downs, but finally one came up and I was offered. There's a field, just near the place where we're living. So each time I want to play with my kid and wife, we go to the grounds.
When finding rental accommodation, if it is off campus, think about transport. Generally, public transport in Australia is efficient and there will be bus, train or tram links close to the place where you live. But frequency of services and how close they pass to where you are planning to live might influence your choice of home.
You might consider buying a car. Second-hand cars in all price ranges are widely available, but you should be aware that fuel and compulsory registration and insurance charges are quite high.
But you can get a really cheap car that will work for the amount of time you'll be here. My car cost $1,000, so. But always get an insurance. Third-party insurance here is really important, so you are covered.
I use train and buses, just public transport. And it's very convenient because the place I'm staying now, the bus stop is just in front of the apartment, and then the train station is just 5 minutes walking, so it's excellent.
Sport is very popular in Australia. Just about any sport you can name will be played in the major population centres, and all but the smallest also have sports and recreation facilities, including swimming pools, fitness centres and so on.
If they're playing a sport at home, there's a good opportunity here to play it. So a lot of students enjoy soccer. We have a soccer competition. We have soccer Fridays where students come and join together, doesn't matter where they're from.
Learning things from other people is important. So no matter what I'm doing there in my social time, I play basketball, also soccer according to the weekend, and also I go out with some friends.
For communication, Australia is well served by extensive telecom networks, with a number of competing providers offering mobile phone, internet and other services, including prepaid services which do not require long-term contracts.
I wouldn't want to go into something to sign a contract with any company because it'll hold me up. So I just have prepaid so that it makes it easy for my own choice when I want to use it.
In terms of finance, like that, it's flexible. If you don't have enough money or anything like that, you can stop and you don't need to pay every month.
These suppliers will provide you with a SIM card, which means you can bring your mobile telephone from home.
I call my parents frequently. With the phone plan I have, it's all bundled, so it doesn't turn out to be very expensive to do that. I also Skype back home just to see them.
I've, from time to time, got in touch with my relatives on Manus Island in Papua New Guinea, quite an isolated island, but you know, that's the beauty of modern technology. Skype brings you closer.
Freedom of religion is a basic right in Australia. All religions are free to practice in Australia without discrimination, and all do. Larger population centres have places of worship for all of the world's major religions, and educational institutions typically have chapels, mosques and prayer rooms.
Australia is so tolerant about the differences in terms of religion and different cultures. And I think that's healthy for Australia because Australians are multicultural. People come from different places and with different beliefs and different practices.
As a Muslim student, I was surprised that because Australia is not Muslim state, but there's a lot of facilities for us. And we have a prayer room for males and for females. And we have a place to do our wudu, to wash ourselves for praying.
It's a good place to practice your religion. No one really judges you or anything like that.
Since Australia is a multicultural society, you will find most of your favourite foods quite readily available from shops in all major cities. Shops in Australia are often located in large shopping malls, which offer the full range of merchandise. Fresh food produce, often at lower prices, is available from local markets in many cities.
We have Sunday markets in different suburbs where the local farmers will come and sell the fresh vegetables and fruits at a lower price, and that's a very good place to go.
There are shops here in town where you can even find some ingredients, some food stuff that you can buy locally back home.
We just eat halal food, so there is a butchers that deliver this kind of meat.
If you want to get some cheap stuffs, and just go to Salvos or Finis, like secondhand stores.
The biggest surprise is all shops close at 5 to 6 p.m. It's totally different to where I'm from.
While haggling on price is generally frowned on in Australia, it's definitely worth asking in larger retail chains if they'll price match or offer a student discount.